It has never been like this.
There is a great deal more of unpredictability in the weather pattern.
The projections show we're going to have more intense rainfall, which of course will have their consequences for erosion as well as for flooding.
The south of Nigeria is dominated by closed forest and the coastal region.
There was a very serious windstorm which devastated most communities in the northern part of Cross River State.
If you watch the rain that was falling, it was as if it was in a row.
And we discovered that when we came to farm, the whole place was flooded.
This one I lost, all of them don't damage. The money when I borrow, pay them back, I will holla now.
If you are going to pay school fees, no way. If you are going to buy dresses for your children, no way. So it's difficult. We don't know how to cope with it. Only God can save everybody.
I am a fish buyer since 1997. That time we sold fish a kilo 150 naira. But this time we are selling 800 naira a kilo because they don't have enough cash again.
Before we catch very big, but now when we catch now, we see as even the very one where you see today, very small one like that.
The land, the shore, was about 10 kilometers from here. So you know what we have lost to the sea.
Well, sea level rise is one of the effects that will emanate from climate change.
From all the studies that have been modeled, should in case we are unfortunate to have a 2-meter rise in sea level, then Lagos will become history.
It's too plenty here. It's too plenty here. Because about 5 days ago now, he falls from about 2 days, no stop.
We estimate that within a month, you could lose almost about 20 meters of beach. It's unbelievable. Erosion has a very devastating effect on the economy. Not only because of seaports or valuable land, or houses being washed away, land flooded as a result of inundation. There are a lot of very catastrophic effects which has a monetary value, a very large monetary value.
There is a quote there that the cost to Nigeria for the inundation of the coastal regions will be about $9 billion US. If you want to talk in terms of the population that will be affected, the quarter of Nigeria's population lives in the coastal regions. 35 million people will be affected.
They know that the water level is not the same. They know that the harmattan is no longer coming when it used to come. They also know that even the sun is hotter than it used to be. But what is causing these changes is, where the problem is, where we need to create more awareness. Because a lot of them believe that it's because the gods are angry.
There was no rain. There was too much sun. So they have to go to the extent of calling a rainmaker. The amount they use in calling that rainmaker cost them about 40,000 naira.
In fact, in a particular village we went to, the village head said that women are now doing things they shouldn't be doing by tradition. For instance, his wife is now using his own buckets to bath. So there's a lot of ignorance about the causes of climate change. And of course, if they don't know what is causing climate change, it will be difficult to have an adaptation strategy that is sustainable.
What the BNRCC basically is trying to do is to build Nigeria's capacity to adapt to climate change.
Adaptation is simply adjusting to cope with the present situation. We've said that the climate is changing. If it's changing and it's affecting farming, it's affecting things, it's causing disasters, what adjustments can we make to be able to come to terms with these kinds of changes? That's what adaptation is all about.
I greet everybody. We came to know BNRCC. We need assistance from them so that we will not depend solely in the forest.
Because of the awareness we created in this community about the need for them to reduce their pressure on the wildlife, we introduced a snail farm to the community and also trained a number of community members to replicate this in their various homes.
The snail is an important animal, so it's an alternative for meat. Instead of hunting for meat, the best thing, you go into the forest looking for it. If you are able to come about so many, you can sell it and get money.
A lot of wood is being extracted from the forest, so we introduced a fuel economic wood stove so that it will reduce the pressure for demand for fuel wood.
Since I've started using this eco stove, I don't have much firewood to consume, because when I go to the farm one day to pick firewood, it will serve me for over a week.
The fish ponds in the Esuki Debe and Akwa Esuki Yamba will help them to bring a kind of alternative source of fisheries. Since they depend on fishing mostly for livelihood, the men will go ahead doing the cultivation and the women are on standby to do the marketing.
In Ikodebomi time, where community members plant African bamboo to stabilize the soil and then prevents some portions of the community being swallowed up by advancing ravine.
Science has told us that if at total level of sea rise you will be gone, then what you should do, even if it's not likely to happen, is to prepare yourself.
Basically, those blocks are the X blocks that are used to protect, like rubble mounds on the beach, to protect the sandy shores from impact of the high waves.
Even if the factors which are causing climate change are stopped today, the effects will still continue for some time to come.
You can say there's already so much climate change in the air. That's why adaptation is important, and particularly so for countries that depend so much on weather for their economy.